I thought it might be productive to start using TikTok for something other than hopelessly doom scrolling at night.
Emma, Roddick, would you like to come in?
So committees are groups of MSPs from different political parties in the Parliament. There are currently 15 committees which cover all devolved areas of responsibility. Today I want to answer an important question, which is what breakfast food would each party be? Now stay with me, because I've put a lot of thought into this. Labour would be last night's kebab. Seems like a really good idea at the time, but you're going to regret it.
Our business today.
In Rural Affairs and Islands, we focus on rural land use, forestry, farming, crofting, food and drink supply chain.
You put your
animal welfare and wildlife crime.
Where I did my work as an MSP today on a train.
Had my lunch at bus stop while on hold. The Tories are well-fired rolls. I have no idea why anyone would eat this.
I am a fighter and not a quitter. I am resigning.
So the first stage of a bill is stage 1. That's the general principles. So MSPs vote on general principles of the bill. It's a really important stage because if a majority in the Parliament don't agree that the bill should exist at all, we can all save ourselves some time and stop from getting into the detail.
Pointless fights and made-up gripes will not save the planet.
If MSPs agree on the general principles, then the bill progresses to stage 2. 10 ways the SNP is supporting island communities. Hey, maybe we need a rural or island voice in the room for this debate. Lib Dems are Pop-Tarts. They were popular for a bit, but then folk realised they're actually really bad for you.
The Scottish Parliament is great, but have you tried the Highlands and Islands?
An ocean full of islands, our thought is deep and silent, our moonlight shining bright.
10 ways the Scottish Parliament is like being back at school. 1. When the bell rings, you have to get to chamber.
So I've made it to Shetland. I didn't get a lot of sleep on the ferry last night.
2. The presiding officer will give you a telling off if you misbehave.
Can we all hear how the chamber is just now?
3. There is always a cool table in the canteen.
And we aren't at it.
The windowsill is big enough for you to be able to sit in, and the idea is that you can come here and reflect, think about your day, plan things, use your brain in a bit of a quiet space. I have put some effort into decorating. Got a few plants, that's my mum and dad.
8. People make up weird rumors about you.
Well, I met you.
And you're assigned a buddy when you're new, and they're still your buddy 4 years later.
Doesn't Scotland have all the powers it needs? There is one document that you can go to check what Scotland has powers over. The Scotland Act! Among other things, the Scotland Act specifically lists everything which is reserved to the UK Parliament, Westminster. But let's look at what's in the Scotland Act. So we can't legislate on foreign affairs, public service, defence, immigration, scientific procedures on live animals, and we also can't legislate for time and space. The Highlands and Islands, the Highlands and Islands, into the Highlands and Islands, and the Highlands and Island, the Highlands and the Highlands and Islands, the Highlands and Islands, and the Highlands and Island, Highlands and Island, Highlands and Island, Highlands and Islands, the Highlands and Islands. Over 770 million is being spent this year alone by the Scottish Government simply on mitigating harmful Tory welfare decisions from down south, which is 770 million we could have spent on other things. Now, the Tories have complained about independence referendum and money being spent on that. Well, 20 million is the estimate spend for a referendum next year, 20 million. That means that we could hold 38 referendums for the cost of mitigating 1 year of harmful Tory welfare cuts, like the bedroom tax, and still have change left over for a Scottish Tory leadership election. join me for a sunny day in Orkney as an MSP for the Highlands and Islands. Tying Natalie, agus tying Hannah Hula níach finish aha a gal parch an sensation and due. Now I'm off to FMQs, and straight after that I'm taking part in a members' business debate on eating disorders. The eating disorders debate just finished. I have now got 17 minutes to pee and have lunch before I have to be back in the chamber at 2 for my portfolio question. And of course welcomed the news a few days ago that 250,000 baby boxes have now been delivered across Scotland.
Things in my Scottish Parliament office that just make sense. And a coaster from the Green Hive in Nairn. And of course my Inverness Killy Thistle mug. Coffee from Inverness Coffee Roasting Co. Shetland, Orkney, Caithness and Sky Flag. A little sheep candle made by the lovely folk at Larch Highland.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. It is truly an honour to be speaking today on the resignation of the First Minister, though it is a decision that I and I think the country are still needing to come to terms with.
I've also spent a lot of time in my wonderful region. You'll often find me in a car, train, ferry or plane, and the best part of my job is undoubtedly getting to meet so many wonderful people, even when it involves a choppy ferry crossing. People who are so passionate about making where they live a better place. Hosted events, attended rallies, led debates, spoken up for Scottish democracy.
Thinking they're electing people to make decisions for them on devolved matters, which could then be overturned because Whitehall has an ideological issue with it. That's not acceptable.
And most recently, been appointed Minister for Equalities, Migration and Refugees.
Minister.
Karen Adam raises an incredibly important point that we must take seriously. As I've said, we all have a collective responsibility to protect people from harm, and the Scottish Government is clear that any hatred or prejudice will not be tolerated. It's Blood Donation Day again, so that's me heading over to the donation centre behind Raigmore. We cannot allow Labour to take power from a Scottish Parliament that will still stand up for Scotland. Labour has a choice to make. Either deliver that change and end austerity and work with the Scottish Government, or prove our point that regardless of who is in power in the UK Government, independence is the only way to deliver real change.
Every drink's another reason to let tomorrow see the way. I've been walking these shores all my days, but with you by my side, I am walking on the waves.
Mental health issues, mental health impact, mental health issues, mental health crises. So a really busy Wednesday coming up in Parliament for here in the Parliament today with Breast Cancer Now for Wear It Pink Day, which is on the 18th of October. We're discussing all things breasts, and I just wanted to remind all constituents in the Highlands and Islands to make sure you are checking yourself for any changes, any lumps, any bumps, anything unusual, and make sure you raise it with your GP and get it checked out.
Well done, everyone. Thank you so much.